Well, howdy. Welcome back to the channel. In this week's video, we are stuck in the middle of March break, so a lot of the sites are overrun by people and especially kids running around. So I had to come all the way out to the Beamer Memorial Conservation Area to find some peace and quiet. Now, unfortunately, today the weather is very overcast, so I don't think we're going to get very much, if any, light. It'll just be very soft and diffused, kind of like this all day. Now, as I was hiking down, I did see these couple of small pine trees here, and you can see how there's one very small, a bit more medium sized, a tiny bit bigger, and then you actually see the much more grown up version of it. Plus there's a massive pine tree over there as well. So I was kind of initially caught by it, seeing how it looks like it's going up in sequential order. Now the only problem that I can see already, and that's going to be kind of a pain in the neck, is there's a lot of little brushes and little tiny bushes and small trees just littered all over the place. So being able to find an actual clean composition, this is going to be really challenging. But it does look really cool, so I'm definitely going to try and find a way to frame it up. I'm just not sure if I'll be able to get rid of all of the distractions, or if there will still be a couple of things still in the frame that I'm not crazy about. If I would be able to get a little bit closer over here, I might be able to use this as a frame for it. And just kind of get the tops of those two right in the picture, have that little tiny third one, and then have it framed up by the larger one in the center of it. So I'm thinking of something a little bit tighter of a frame like this, where you can see the two trees on the outside, this one and this one, sort of acting almost like a window, kind of framing up the center tree, the larger one. And then we also have an even bigger one on that side. I just don't know if I can actually get all of this in frame, whereas at least these three, I do like the symmetry of the two small trees kind of silhouetting in front of the larger one. So I'm going to frame this composition up. Well, it took a little bit of finessing. That breeze is really starting to pick up now. Holy cow. Oh, wow. There's probably like 4 or 5 hawks circling overhead. Well, I certainly hope they don't want any food, because I ain't got anything for you guys. So the way I was able to get majority of the frame in the composition was I had to raise it off the ground by a certain amount just to be able to kind of see over the heads of a lot of these very small brushes in front of us. As well as I'm having to just barely cut off the top of the other tree. And I have the 2 front ones in frame fully, and then half of the back one as well. All right, the wind has subsided slightly. Now we do have a little bit of the whites clipping, so I am going to bring it down one more. Focus in on the closest tree. All right, I'm gonna try a couple of things now. So we have one picture with no polarizing filter. I'm then gonna add the polarizing filter to this one to see if it makes much of a difference. I don't think it will, but if it does maybe bring out a bit more of the green and kind of increase a bit more of the contrast, that might be very interesting. As well, I was just checking in my camera, so I switched over to monochrome to see how it would look. And this composition actually does look interesting in black and white. So I'm gonna have to make up my mind later on in Lightroom. Am I gonna keep it color or am I gonna remove all of the color and just have monochrome? You guys will see it in the video before I even know. Boy, oh boy. My hands aren't very cold, it's just my chin is starting to freeze. It's starting to become a little bit uncomfortable. We'll start hiking again in a few minutes after I get this composition set up so we can warm myself back up a little bit. All right, so I finally got this polarizing filter installed. Make sure there's no fingerprints or any oil on it. All right, another 10-second timer to allow the wind to die down a little bit. I kind of felt it a little bit, so I do want a bit of a longer timer on this. Whereas normally I would use 2 seconds as it's not too bad out today. And because the wind is very unpredictable, I may just switch back to 2 seconds. But let's have a look at that one. All right, so some of the white snow is still clipping for the highlights. So right now the wind is perfectly calm and quiet. I'm gonna try to get another few photographs with the polarizing filter. And then later on in Lightroom, I can look at the difference between them. And especially if I choose to remove the color from it, the contrast, the polarizing filter helps to increase the contrast between the two. So again, I'm gonna have to be very careful to make sure that there is no clipping from the highlights and or the shadows. And unfortunately, as the sun is sort of peeking through a little bit, but not quite, some of the snow patches are starting to actually become a little bit too bright. As well as on top of one of the trees, I'm gonna see if I can get a top-down view from it, as there's a bunch of snow on the top of the image, on the top of the trees. And I wanna see if I can maybe add that to the composition as well. So I've hiked further up into the trail now, and I've found this really nice area where there's so much stuff strewn about everywhere. From rocks covered with moss to trees of every shape and size falling over, completely set up straight. Oh, we have another hawk flying overhead. Look at this tree. Look how much it's been destroyed. That looks really cool. So we do have a trunk that is completely caved in half. You can see right where it fell over, and that's a huge snap. Well, it might work as a composition. I'm just not crazy about the actual colors, as there is no sunlight today and there's very little ambient light. Like, it is kind of bright, but unfortunately there's really no, if there was maybe some direct sunlight on it, maybe a bit of a pop, maybe a bit more contrast even added to it. And then I'm going to try to aim it at a bit more where there's more of the green rock, but not so much of the moss covering it. Now we're down to 1/13 of a second, f16. Perfect. Took probably 6 or 7 seconds for the camera to actually stop shaking, as we are a little bit precariously set up right now on an incline as well as shooting up. So this is going to be very interesting if this even works out as a composition or not. I don't want to introduce too much of the snow, as I feel like that will actually kind of detract from it. But I want it to be able to cut right pretty much down from the top corner all the way to the bottom. So let's see if this one works. The highlights are getting a little bit high as I have a fair bit of snow in the composition. And even though there's not as much ambient light, there is still enough for it to reflect. So my highlights are almost clipping, but let's make sure that there's no blinkies. I'm gonna try shooting one more. I've changed up the composition a little bit, and I added a bit more of the green rocks and tried to remove more of the reeds, as the breeze is very consistent now, and it's almost not really dying down. So I'm having to pick a bit different compositions now that have a lot less movement in it. Let's see how this one looked. Oh wow. I got here to probably a little bit before noon today, and it's already almost 3 o'clock. So we've been out for about 3 hours now, and that camera is starting to die on me a little bit. So I'm just gonna start charging it while I hike back to that little river I saw. And as long as it's quiet enough and there's not too many people around, I'm definitely gonna stop. Hopefully my camera will have charged enough, and I should be able to get one more piece to camera. If not, you'll see me when I get back into the car after it's definitely charged a fair amount. Oh, whew. All right, let's get some heat going. Well, As I walked back towards the waterfall, unfortunately there was two families sitting beside one of the small little fire pits having a fire, and it was right beside where I was trying to film. And especially because there's children with them, I was not comfortable filming. So because I at least got a couple of photos today I'm all right with, I just hiked all the way back to the vehicle as I need to start heading home soon, as I need to edit this video and upload it for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed the video today, like, comment, and subscribe down below. Let me know what you thought about the pictures, and I'll catch you guys again in the next one. Have a good one.